Welcome back, Tigers! In this video, we're going to make creating quotes easier than ever for your revenue teams. We'll show you how to build a custom button that automatically pulls in key details from the opportunity and account records. By the end, you'll know how to configure a process that pre-populates quotes with opportunity information, saving time and reducing data entry for your users. Let's go check out how to set up this amazing process. All right, here we are in Salesforce, and we're going to give our users a button on the opportunity that allows them to create a quote super quickly. So we're going to go into Setup. We're going to go to Flow. We're going to do a new flow, and we're going to do a screen flow. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a new resource. This is called record ID, and this is going to be a text variable. We'll allow it for input, and this is going to allow us to bring in the opportunity ID into this flow. Then we're going to do a get records, and then this is going to get the opportunity based on the ID of the record ID. So the opportunity ID pops into this flow using this variable and allows us to start this process and use the data on the opportunity. Now we're going to only get the first record here, and then we're going to choose fields and let Salesforce do the rest. This just keeps your flow really nice and light. So we're going to choose primary contact here, account ID, and then our price book ID. Then we're going to create another new resource. This is going to be a formula. This will be called for expiration date. This is going to be a date field, and this is just going to be the expiration date of our quote. So if you have a 60-day or a 90-day expiration, you'll replace the 30 with 60 or 90. We have a 30-day expiration date that we want to pre-populate for our quotes. So that's why we are using 30 days. So this will automatically set the date for the user, and then we'll allow them to change it if they want to. Now we're going to add a screen element here. This will be called enter quote info. We're going to hide the header. And then in the footer, we're going to hide the pause and hide the previous. And then we're going to create a custom label here. Then we will add in a couple of fields. This will be called quote name. We want this to be required. And then if you have a specific way that you're going to derive the quote name, you can put that as a default value here. If you have a standard syntax that you use, then we're going to drag and drop a date field. This will be our expiration date. Our default value is going to be the formula that we created. Then we're going to do a lookup field. This is going to be a way that they can specify the primary contact on the quote. So that's going to update that standard contact field on the quote. We have a custom primary contact field on our opportunities. You may not have this, so you may not be able to do what we're showing you here. This is what we're going to put in here. So this is going to be the primary contact. The label will be primary contact. The object that that field lives on that we have is called opportunity. So you need to make sure that the user has create access to this object, or else they won't be able to use this lookup field. They'll get an error that says that they must have read access to this object. Then we're going to make this required. And then in the record ID field, we're going to pre-populate this with the primary contact that's on the opportunity. Then I'm going to do a lookup for the bill to name. So we noticed when we are creating a quote, all of that is just open text, so it's not very user-friendly. So we're going to allow the user to choose an account record, and then we're going to pull the name and address from that account record into the quote. So our field API name is account ID. The label is bill to name. And then the user clearly has create access on the quote object, so you should be safe here. So we're just going to use the account ID field on the quote object for this lookup. And then the record ID, we're just going to pre-populate it with the account ID that's on the opportunity. If you have a different account ID that you want to use there, you can do that too. We're going to make this required as well. And then we're going to add in a toggle switch here. This is going to be called quote to, same as bill to. And then we're going to ask them the question, is the quote to the same as the bill to? So the active label will be yes, the inactive label will be no. And we want this to be set to true because in our scenario, they're usually the same. If they're not the same in your scenario, you may not want to set that to true automatically for the user in case they forget to update it. Then we're going to add another lookup and we're going to make this show hide based on this toggle. So we'll do quote to name. This is going to be account ID again. This will be the quote to name and this will be the quote object. Then the record ID, you can default that to be opportunities account. All right, and then we want that to be required if it is showing. So we will do a component visibility here, and we want this to show whenever our toggle switch is set to false. So quote to same as bill to value equals false. Okay, so that's everything on our screen element here. I'm going to save this before I lose anything. This is called Opportunity Quick Quote Creation. And this screen flow allows the user to quickly create a quote related to an opportunity and only ask the user for the required information. Okay, now in here, I'm going to go ahead and add a section. I'm going to add another column, and then I'm going to make this so that they can see two different sections here. So it shortens it all up so they'll be able to see it in the pop-up without scrolling. Now our next step here is to do a get records. And this will be called get bill to account because we need to get the name and the billing address of this account record. So this is going to be the account object. The ID is going to be the ID of the value that the user chose in the bill to field here. And we're going to choose the record ID. Then we're going to scroll down to the bottom here. We're going to choose fields and let Salesforce do the rest. And we're going to choose the name, the billing, street, city, state, zip, all that good stuff. Now we're going to be consistent and we're going to use the billing state / province. We're not going to use the code fields. Those are the abbreviations. And same for country. Then we're going to create a new resource here and we're going to create a variable. This will be called var new quote record. This is going to be a record. This will be a quote. Then we're going to add a decision element here. This is called is bill to same as quote to. And then we're going to look for the toggle is bill to same as quote to value equal to true. And then if it is true, we're going to do an assignment here. Now you could handle this with formula fields. We're choosing to handle this with a variable and assignments because formula fields are a little hard to debug when you have to click in and out of them, but they would be a little bit faster. So if you prefer to do those here, go ahead. We're going to do the assignment. And then we're going to assign our bill to name and address to our record variable here. So we want to assign the quote to name equal to the get account name because the quote to is the same as the bill to. And then we'll do the same thing for the quote to street, city, state, zip, the whole address. Okay, then if they're not the same and the user chose a different record, then we need to do a get for that one. So we can just copy this one. We can paste this here. We're just going to update the names here. So this is going to be called get quote to account. And then here we're just going to get whatever the user chose in the quote to, and we'll choose the record ID there. And then all of this is the same. And then we need to do an assignment there as well. So we can copy this and we can paste it here. And then instead of the get bill to, this is going to be the get quote to. Now we're going to get our primary contact because we need to get the email and phone fields from that record. So we'll do a get records. We will get our primary contact. This is going to be the contact object. And then the ID is going to be the ID that the user selected in this screen here in the primary contact field. And then we want to store the email and phone fields only. Then we're going to create our quote record. Now, some of you may ask why we're not assigning this to a record variable and all the fields to the record variable and then creating the quote record from there. And the reason is because I need that quote ID later when we bolt on some additional functionality to allow the user to select if they want to add products. I couldn't figure out how to get the quote ID in there. So that's the reason why we're creating it not from a record variable and we're doing it manually by assigning all of the fields. I ran into that roadblock. Okay, so now we're going to assign all of our fields here. I'm going to fast forward a little bit through this because this is very time consuming. Now our opportunity is going to be our opportunity record ID. So you can choose that variable there. We're going to do our price book ID here as well. That's from our get opportunity. Now our quote to fields. And those are in our record variable because those were dynamic based on what the user selected. All right, we'll save that. Now we're going to add a success screen here. We're going to hide the header, hide the pause, hide the previous, custom label, go to quote. We need a display text. And now we want to route the user to the newly created quote. So what's going to happen with this screen flow is it's going to route back to the opportunities. So there's a handy dandy product from Unofficial SF that's called Navigate Everywhere. You probably already have it and you probably already use it. We're going to provide the link to this in the description below. And you can just scroll down here and then we're going to go ahead and install this in our org. So we're going to install this into production. We'll be right back. All right, so that is almost done installing. Now we're going to come to our create quote and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're going to check this box called manually assign variables. Now we're going to create a new resource here. This is going to be called var new quote ID. And this is going to be a text and we're going to make it available for output. Now we're going to add an action here and we're going to search for Navigate Everywhere. And there it is. And we're going to go to quote. And then our destination type is record. Our destination action is view. If you wanted them to go to the edit page of the quote, you would choose edit there. That is also an option for you. And then the destination record ID is going to be our var new quote ID. And that's all you need to do to route the user to that newly created quote. All right, so we're going to save that. We're going to activate this. Now we're going to pop over to our object manager. We're going to go to the opportunity object. We're going to go to buttons, links, and actions. Click new action. Your action type is flow. Flow is your opportunity quick quote creation. That's the screen flow we just created. Your button can be called whatever you want. We're going to call it create quote. And then we'll give it a description. This allows the user to create a new quote from the opportunity. We'll click save there. Then we need to add it to our Lightning record page. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our page to use dynamic actions. Now I'll just hurry up and add those real fast here. All right, here is our action we just created called create quote. And then we're going to add visibility to it. We don't want this to be visible if the opportunity is closed. So we'll say only show it if closed is equal to false. You may want them to be able to create a quote on a closed opportunity. I don't think that's a very good idea. So we want to make sure that that button is hidden if the opportunity is closed. We'll save that. Now let's go over to an opportunity. Let's refresh our page. Now we can see our create quote button. Let's go ahead and click that. Now we can see that our bill to name is populated right from the opportunity. Our expiration day is populated. Our primary contact is populated. So let's call this social media management package without email marketing. First, do a test with the bill to name being the same as the quote to name. And we got an error in our first test. So it looks like we didn't provide the bill to account field in here. So this is an easy fix. We'll go into get bill to account. We'll scroll down and I missed the postal code field here. So we'll make sure to add that in and then we'll add it in down here as well. All right, let's test one more time. Okay, it says our quote was created successfully. We'll click go to quote. That takes us right over to our quote page. Now, one thing I want to point out is that whenever you're doing a create quote from not the standard Salesforce button, but from a process like this, you'll notice that the quote line items are not automatically copied over. So the Salesforce standard new quote button does have that functionality in it. So we can add in the ability for the user to choose whether or not they want to clone the opportunity products into the quote. So we'll add that here in a second. Let's run one more test and let's make sure that our bill to and our quote to fields are all populating perfectly. So we're just going to choose some different accounts here. So we're going to change the bill to. We'll do Tiger Insurance and then we'll say the quote to and the bill to are not the same and we'll change this to Dragon Insurance. All right, now let's confirm that those fields were updated properly. Tiger Insurance Company, perfect. Dragon Insurance Company, perfect. All right, our create quote button is working perfectly. Great job. You've just given your sales users tons of efficiency when creating quotes from the opportunity. That's it. That's a wrap. Be sure to subscribe to Blue Tiger Academy so you don't miss our next video that will show you how to update the screen flow we created in this one. You will learn how to give users the option to choose if they want to clone the opportunity products while creating the new quote. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you'd like to see a video on a different Salesforce topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.